And we are ready to claim the undisputed best in the world champion. We have Ric Flair versus Chris Jericho. Ric Flair says to be the man, you have to beat the man. And he did beat CM Punk. And Chris Jericho just went one-on-one with Kenny Omega. And now Chris Jericho has the WWF Championship and the IWGP Championship, United States variation. And Ric Flair has the WCW Championship and the WWE Championship. But we do have the undisputed champion claimed tonight as Chris Jericho and Ric Flair face each other right here, right now, tonight at Vengeance in the main event. And here we are. That's what it's all about. The undisputed best in the world, Ric Flair and Chris Jericho here tonight. This is going to be very interesting as Flair goes right for the leg. Both men have submission moves, and Flair looking to work on the leg. Flair getting a submit. Oh, but Ric Flair taking the turnbuckle pad already. The dirtiest player in the game, showing it off. This one is not no DQ. But we will determine a winner here tonight as Chris Jericho and Ric Flair are going to battle it out right now. An Irish whip. Oh, and a back elbow by Chris Jericho. And an elbow to the chest of Ric Flair. This is really a test of who is the best wrestler in all the world. CM Punk claimed it. He lost. Kenny Omega claimed it. He lost. Now it's up to Chris Jericho and Ric Flair to fight here tonight. The same night they have been fighting. Oh, and an axe handle smash to Ric Flair. It's very similar matches as submissions came into effect and we saw blood had by both opponents. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they continue, as Ric Flair does, to dissect the leg of Chris Jericho, working on that left leg, trying to get him down, and gut wrench. The experience of Ric Flair just might have it over Chris Jericho, but we'll have to see. Oh, and just slapping him to the face is Ric Flair. Jericho punches, but a reversal by Flair. Oh, and a chop. He's got the series of chops. He's going to go. It's Chop City, baby. Jericho working on the neck, maybe getting him set up for that code breaker. It affects the head so much. Oh, and there it is, a forearm by Flair. And a chop and a chop and another chop in there. It is a Michinoku driver by Chris Jericho. Remember, that top turnbuckle has been taken off, has been exposed. Wonder if that will come into play at all, as Flair continues to dissect the leg of Chris Jericho. What a smart strategy Ric Flair has here. Double underhook. And sending down Chris Jericho. At this point, it's anybody's ball game. Oh no, is he going to go for that knee? That knee was lethal against CM Punk. Oh, Flair maybe looking already. Could he have Chris Jericho right in his sights already? Flair is performing flawless thus far. He already has a figure four leg lock. He's got him right in that ring. And Chris Jericho could be at the end. And he could have to give up here. No. But Jericho reverses it. And Flair's in pain. Writhing in pain. Able to squeeze out of it is Flair. His knee is in pain just as much as Jericho's is. Oh, and Flair picking him up. But Jericho able to fight back. There it is. Jericho feeling good about that one. Finally where he wants to be. Just a slap to the face of Ric Flair. Oh, looking for a comeback here is Jericho. Oh, but Flair tosses him. No, Jericho goes up top. And a sledge to the head of Ric Flair. Uh-oh, Jericho with that comeback. Oh, looking for the walls himself. Looking for the walls. It's a submission battle here today at Vengeance. Flair is in the center of the ring. Is he going to be able to get out of it, inching his way? But no, the power. He just hasn't done enough damage. Has Jericho. But Codebreaker. Codebreaker catching Ric Flair out of nowhere. Oh, no, Jericho pulling him over to the center of the ring. Could we see the undisputed Chris Jericho, the best in the... No, only a 2 count, not the best in the world just yet. As Chris Jericho going to the outside, what's he going to do? Looking for that plancha, and he hits Ric Flair right where he wants him. Got him up. Oh no. Flair fighting back. Snapmare. Oh, and an elbow to the head. Maybe Flair trying to bust him open would be smart on his part if he could do that. Oh, just a single leg crab by Ric Flair. Again, joint manipulation. There it is. Trying to keep working on the legs to add damage to Chris Jericho. Jericho going for a pin. Just trying to end it here. Again, you don't have to be flashy to finish this match off. All you got to do is get a pin inside that ring and you can win it. Or submission, which seems to be the name of the game here. Oh, and Flair again going to the head, trying to bust open Jericho. And this might be it with the knee. Oh, and it is! The blood has been drawn on Chris Jericho, and he's going for a pin. 2 count only. The bloody vengeance is here. Ric Flair getting up Chris Jericho. If he could get him in that figure 4 leg, like he might be able to make him submit. Yes, he has him. He has him in the center with the blood trickling down the face, rolling down Chris Jericho's face. Is he going to give up? No, he's able to fight. Reverse, reverse, reverses it again, and Flair writhing in pain again. Oh, holding that knee, clinching it. Jericho's back up. A chop by Flair. One of the best moves that he knows. Oh, and a scorpion death drop again by Jericho, going for a pin off of that. 1 count only. Flair kicks out with authority. But Jericho staying to the head of Ric Flair. What would it mean if Ric Flair was busted open at this time as well? Lion Salt! There it is, the Lion Salt might put Ric Flair away. No! As close as you can get right there. Chris Jericho is not the undisputed champion yet. Jericho picking up Ric Flair. Codebreaker! Busting open Ric Flair. Flair is busted as well. Ric Flair and Jericho both busted open in the ring. Codebreaker might be able to put him away. Can he do it? He does it! Chris Jericho is the best in the world. Can you believe it? It was all Ric Flair for the most part. There was a few times where you thought Chris Jericho was looking good. It was that Codebreaker. The Codebreaker. And they're busted open. Chris Jericho. Both men battered and bloody. Excuse me. And a Lion Salt. Not able to do it, but that might be it as we're going. As the end of this match is here. And you see it. Chris Jericho is celebrating. The undisputed best in the world. He has proved it once again at Vengeance. I want to thank you guys for watching. Chris Jericho is the champion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you enjoy this. As always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy, and we'll see you in another video.